Hi, I'm Brenda Dirk, and I am a singer, songwriter, and producer, and a member of Adam's private mentorship, the Billboard 500 Club. And you're here on Music Industry Contact's YouTube channel, where we do in-depth breakdowns of hit songs. So, in today's video, I'm going to be analyzing ATEEZ Guerrilla. It's spelled like gorilla too, so I'm kind of excited to hear what the twist on this is, and I'm really looking forward to hearing this song. If you didn't already know, we can't monetize these videos here on YouTube. So our Patreon golden ear community means the world to us. Over on our Patreon, we have more exclusive content only found there, including early access to videos and polls, so you can help us decide the next song to break down. So if you have a song that you're like, oh, I want somebody to break this down for me, join our Patreon golden ear community. So yeah, if you have been supporting our channel over on our Patreon, we just want to say thank you so much. It really does help and mean the world to us. If you haven't, just click the link in the description, pledge, and join us there. All right, without further ado, let's get into ATEEZ Guerrilla.
I got it back. 반을 뒤집어 this game one chance 바로 지금 midday. Hack like that. 짝꿍은 연한 escape. No next 나를 따라 쉽게. 지가 뭐 지가 또 저기 봐 new world. 지가 뭐 지가 또 리즈지 just. 사라지는 emotion. 저기 밑을 잃어가. 수면 공개가 되어.
Whoa, okay. These K-pop productions never fail to impress me. I love that beginning section. This thing here. That's a sound. That's like a wow. Okay, so dun-dun-dun-dun, boom, boom. It has like that bass sound. Then it has like a throw in.
I got it back.
I think that's all that is to that sound. But it adds so much bounce. It's like, what is that? Because you have the it almost sounds like it's getting pounded like in front of you. And then you have that, I guess, the bass line. I like how it jumps on the second half of that and how it repeats itself going into the chorus.
I got it back.
And then they have that transition.
I got it back.
I like this power too. I got it bad. Like that. I like those anchor moments. Like that. That's an anchor moment that they repeat. That people. That's like the part of the party where you're like that. You're singing along in your car and like you know the words. You don't forget it because it's anchored in your mind. I love that. It's really cute. I like a good laugh in a song because especially that one sounds crazy. I like the reverb they put on it, and this section is really cool. So this one, they're singing an octave higher. So they're singing it like an I don't care tone. And then they bring it up, but they still use a power two in the melodic structures. That's something really cool that I'll probably take from this and incorporate in my own songs. Like, you don't have to stay in the same octave. You can jump octaves and still make it a power two. So that scream was kind of the transition sound, as well as the kick going boom, 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 boom. And I think there's a sound like almost like another synth, I want to say. Almost sounds trumpety. That's a transition sound. That almost feel like an end of the world horn in like a video game. Like an alarm. That one had another one attached, an octave higher the second time. They added like another synth. It's just a little more developed. That yeah, they have. Oh, I think that's an electric guitar on top of that. Yeah, because you can hear the like you can hear the guitar stop at the end of it. So I think they layered that with the higher end, like with a guitar. Yeah, and then you can hear that transition sound into the pre. You hear a little guitar solo. Okay, they completely switch it up for the pre here, and then they add almost like EDM type drums almost. Also, I just want you guys to listen. They have like either a vocoder or a decapitator or some sort of static double on this section because their voice sounds very scratchy. And this one, they have harmonies to add build in the pre. But yeah, just listen again for that scratchy voice. Okay, before I dive into that, I already love it. I like how they incorporated, like they really like to use effects on their voices. I can already tell every section, like there's also always a different inflection in the voice that you kind of want to sing along to. So that's really cool what they're already using in this song. I'm excited to see how it unfolds, but I'm already noticing that they have moments, a lot of moments that you just want to sing along to because they're just expressed in a really cool way. They almost have like a pop and grenade sound in there to transition into the chorus. There's a lot going on here. I'm gonna listen to This is so cool. I really like the synth that they use. And then they have almost like a cyborg sound going through that. I like how they're keeping it high energy. They're literally screaming into the microphone. Can you keep it loud, loud? Like, you know, those backgrounds really add a lot, those ad libs. Okay, that snare is layered. Yeah, I think it's almost two snare sounds just really close together because it feels like it's layered with another snare sound, which is really cool. And I think some snares are layered with something else. One of them's layered with like a whip sound, I think, really tucked back in the mix. It goes. So I like how that's one of my favorite things is people stack their drums because it makes them sound interesting. If you just have a like snare carrying it, it's just like, okay, it carries it, but it doesn't add like, you know, that extra layer to a track. So I really love it when people stack their percussion. Okay, and back to the snare. So they do a double stack snare for the first one, and then they do for the second one the snare with the whip, and then they go back to the double stack and then back to the whip. And then I really thought that was cool. Because in that section, it almost so and it sounds like there's one person singing it, and then the whole group comes in for I like that. That's really cool. So that was a great moment of release to add just a little bit of release in the chorus because it's already so dense, and then the R bringing everybody back in, but going down. You can tell you're on the decline because they're not going they're going so they're taking you back down because guess what? We're about to hit a verse. That was a really cool ending section to the chorus. I like the guitar in there. The percussion is very intense. Boo, boo, ba, 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 boo, boo, ba, ba, da, 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 da. Like they're adding a lot of tension and release within the song, just for you to feel a little bit in the percussion because they're going so hard with their vocals. Ooh, and I like this new section. I like it's almost like a computer shutting off sound. That was a cool synth transition sound. So I noticed they brought in a bass sound that's really cool that I haven't heard before. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. It almost feels like it's hinting to the melody, some of the melodies that they used in the chorus, which is really cool. So they're just taking a bass sound and repurposing one of the melodies that they used. Okay, there has okay, it's interesting. It feels like they have the hi-hat just wiggling. It like there's a sonic space. Okay, there's the middle, there's the right, there's the left, and it feels like it's wiggling right there. So I love it when people like automate the movement in their tracks and like place it like in the right spacing, because then you can really pick apart each instrument. The sonicscape, like it adds to each like ear you're listening from. You're like, whoa, it adds so much because you like feel something going on here, but then there's like different sounds. I like this because everything feels like mixed easy on the side, but the voices are present in here, but then you also have that snare. So you can tell that those two instruments are the focus, and they're just having that percussion kind of like staying it's not moving much. It's just very panned, you know? So the percussion, except for that hi-hat. So they accentuate the vocals and that hi-hat to keep you interested and your ear engaged for that one section. Except the bass. The bass is kind of like over here, which is interesting. That makes any sense. I like how they like they add that certain trap type transitions a lot in this song to lead you to the next session. But I really enjoyed the vocal tones that they're using are really engaging. So I really appreciate that in this section. And then they have the ad libs. So it's like almost like a call and response, which makes it super engaging. That vocal was stacked here. So they almost have a yeah, they have an octave on that one. Ah, they're adding some female vocals. So that's really cool. They have that the transition coming in from this ear first, and they have this whole female vocal moment with a lot of the hi-hats still going, which I like, because it keeps the high end and it still keeps it, that energy is still there, but the female vocal is going kind of takes it into a different space where it's like, oh, okay, you're bringing it back down, like you just got hit with a lot, you went 2 minutes listening to this high energy stuff, we're going to give you a little bit of a break. And it shows a different vocal tone. I've noticed they've used a lot of different vocal tones so far. I know they have a lot of singers, but that's something that keeps it really engaging too, because I'm like, everybody has their personality and everybody's personality is showcased in a different part of the song. They're probably like, oh, I want this moment when I'm singing. And then the producer's like, okay, let's create that moment for you, which is really cool, because you could tell this song has so much personality because it literally has so much personality in the vocalist. They have this new instrument. Boom. It's almost like a string. And then they have a boom, like a bass string and at the top. They've also been playing, you know, at the beginning I was like, they're already adding different EQs and effects on their voices. I wonder how this is going to progress. They're using it as a transition sound, which is really cool. And then into a next section, whose personality is next? I'm not too sure. Back into the intense chorus. Oh, but they also brought in that bass from verse 2. Boom. Ba-da-da-da. Ba-da-ba-boom. Ba-da-da-da. So they're bringing that into this chorus. This is what's the development into this chorus. Nice guitar solo. I think think that's a bass solo. So this feels like the bridge is coming down from that and those high moments. We it feels like more like alarming sounds. They're literally fighting. I don't know what they're fighting, but they look like 1,000 years down the road. So they're matching sounds with that. And I like how he's like, this is just like a bass solo with a vocal on top of it. This is like a real bass. Before they're using like synthesized bass, but this is a bass guitar solo. There's a really cool sound as a transition there. I like that part. That's really cool. That's I like their use of EQing and playing with vocoders. Like, it's a really cool. It's its own instrument because it's like it's singing, but it's like, where are they going with it? Now they're adding screamo in the back. They introduced different elements of screamo. I think the first pre leading into the chorus, or is the verse leading into the pre, there's a little screamo moment, which is really cool. So now they're like they're bringing the hard rock even more at the end of the song. They foreshadowed it in the beginning of the song, but now they're really bringing it in with the decapitator really low, like a monster sound, with the screamo, with the electric guitars, with the bass solos that you hear in metal music. Really cool. And the decapitator on the vocals. And the vocal stacks with the decapitator. I also really like the synth in the back. Oh no. There we go. I like that there's a synth climb. Some of the most memorable parts in songs that I remember is when there's that melodic climb where it goes like da, 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 da. And it has like some sort of melodic climb like that. Those parts always get stuck in my head. I don't know what it is about them. And it brings you, it adds tension. It's like the climb is the tension release to me. But it's really cool because they're doing that with the synth in the back in this section. I love how they and that singer went for a high moment at that part too. And then after he made his high moment, it was like doing or what was it doing with the bass? It was almost doing like a gamer type melody with that synth to end off the song, which is really cool because it does feel like it's a game. It's like a post-apocalyptic game that they're in, and they're fighting to save the human race. And this is what this song reminds me of, like, we are the gorillas, you know, like. And then they have like mad vocal stacks plus that synth, and obviously the percussion is intense. But they ended off with da-da, da-da, we are the gorillas, and stacks with some beautiful reverb. Damn, this is a really cool song. This is really cool. All right. So before I give you my final thoughts on the song, I wanted to thank you for checking out my breakdown of the Gorillas. If you liked it, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more. All right. So one thing I was really impressed with in this song is their harmonies. They had a lot of cool riffs and runs, like going up and showcasing their voice in the high moments. So if you guys haven't checked out the riffs and run course at the Billboard500.com, I definitely recommend you go checking them out. It'll teach you how to get those interesting high moments that capture an audience's ear. And a lot of the time when people listen to them, they want to match it. They're like, I want to sing like that. And it's like a great moment to involve your listeners into the song. So I definitely recommend you checking out that course. Some more things that I really enjoyed. Okay, so the riffs runs, how they used the captator, played with the effects on the voice. I like how every section was different and it showcased the personality of the singer who was singing at that moment, which was really interesting. You can tell that these songs have a lot of personality because there's a lot of people. There's a lot of personalities in the song. So it's like, how do you cater to everybody and make a song cohesive? So I thought they did really good job. Each section was really interesting. They had a lot of cool elements in the production. It was a very fast tempo, high tempo song. There wasn't too many moments of release. It was very, which is cool, but it's just like a very intense song. Like you're like, oh my gosh, what's going on? There's so many moving parts. But I did like the intensity. The vocalists were incredible. Yeah, it was a cool song. Cool different parts. I liked the bass lines that they added. I liked how they progressed the choruses. And the production elements, I like how they stacked the percussion. And yeah, it was a good, high intense song. Something that I wish they added, like, I think I only heard "We Are the Gorillas" at the end of every chorus. And a little bit in that bridge section that they added, "We are the Gorillas," like when it did that decapitator moment. But I wish they repeated the hook more. We are the Gorillas. We are the Gorillas. Or have a chanty section in their song that reiterates the hook. Because again, if I tried to remember this song, like, oh, I really want to show this song to a friend. Ooh, what was the name of it again? I can't remember the name, but it was a really cool song, really well produced. I wouldn't be able to pull it up on Spotify and show my friend because I couldn't remember the title. So that's it for me on that end of things. I just wish they repeated the title a couple more times. Yeah. Aside from that, it was really cool. And maybe had more release moments. I really wish there were more release moments within the song because it was very high intensity. But I think that's their brand. So they did a really good job. If you're a musician looking for good friends, collaborators to write songs with, a community of people who are on the same wavelength as you, we all want to create music, create good music, change the world with our music, I recommend you head over to the Billboard500.com and apply for the private club. Come hang out with us. We're a lot of fun to hang out with. We're looking forward to meeting new members who are coming in. So if you have a positive, outlook and you want to do music full time as a career and you're kind and genuine, come join the club. There is a place, there's a home for you with like-minded people. We have over 70 mentors who are some of the most successful people in the music industry, teaching up-and-comers just like yourself. So don't wait too long because there is limited capacity. And once we reach 500 people, that's it. No more. We're shutting our doors and we're just growing together as a community. So once again, my name is Brenda Dirk. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching and following along. And I will see you next time. All right. Bye, guys.